Happy New Year. Welcome to a major milestone in our botany journey. Today we celebrate our 50th video, marking a significant achievement in sharing the wonders of plant biology with you. If you enjoyed this journey with Dr. Anil S Botany, do not forget to subscribe my channel and invite your friends too. Today we explore the inflorescences. So let's get started and make this 50th video one to remember. Okay, what is inflorescence? An axis bearing a bunch of flowers is known as inflorescence. An axis bearing a bunch of flowers is known as inflorescence. In other words, a group of flowers which are variously clustered together called inflorescence. It may be axillary or terminal in position. The main axis of the inflorescence is called peduncle. The main axis of the inflorescence is called peduncle. In some plants like lotus and onion, a long peduncle arises from the underground stem and bears flowers. And such a peduncle is called a scape. In agave, scape is branched and the branches bears flowers. The scape may bear a single flower as in lotus or a cluster of flowers as in onion. In most plants, peduncle arises from the axil of a very small leaf-like structures called bracts. It differs from leaves in some respects such as color, size and shape, as you know. Besides these bracts, there may be one or two still further reduced bract-like structures on the pedicel known as bracteoles. Bracteoles. Flowers having bracts and bracteoles are described as bracteate and bracteolate respectively. If these structures are absent, then the flowers are said to be ebracteate and ebracteolate. Right? Then what are the kinds of bracts you can see? Most of the plants, bracts are very small in size and their structure is not very clear. And the leafy structure is not very clear. In some plants, bracts are exactly the foliage leaves in appearance and such bracts are called leafy bracts. Example, Adathoda, Justicia. Sometimes a bract of large size and brightly colored surrounds the entire inflorescence. Such a bract is known as spathe, as in the case of Cocos nucifera, Areca, Colocasia, etc. In grasses, the bracts are known as glooms. In condensed inflorescence like sunflower, a number of bracts form an outer covering of the whole inflorescence called involucral. That covering is called involucral and the bracts are called involucral bracts. At a times, a number of bracteoles are found in a whorl on the pedicel immediately below the calyx, and this whorl is called epicalyx, as in the case of hibiscus, gossypium, etc. In pineapple, there are a number of bracts without flower bud in their axils, seen at the top of inflorescence. We call it as crowns. Such bracts are said to be empty or sterile, right? In the normal function of the bract is the protection of the flower bud. What is the normal function? The normal function of the bract is the protection of the flower bud. But in some flowers like bougainvillea and poinsettia, bracts become brightly colored to attract insects for pollination. Right? Then coming to that much about the bracts and bracteoles. Then come to classification of inflorescence. Based on the nature of the peduncle and the arrangement of flowers, three main types of inflorescence can be recognized. The first one is called racemose inflorescence, otherwise called indefinite inflorescence, and the second one is called cymose inflorescence, otherwise called definite inflorescence, and the third one is called special type of inflorescence. We can see one by one. So first one is racemose inflorescence. So what is racemose inflorescence? The racemose inflorescence is the inflorescence axis or the peduncle grows indefinitely and the flowers are arranged in an acropetal succession. What is acropetal succession? In acropetal succession means the older flowers seen at the base and younger ones seen at the tip, and such a type of arrangement is called acropetal succession, or the flowers are arranged in a centripetal manner. That means the older flowers centripetal, that means the older flowers seen towards periphery and the younger ones seen at the center. So in racemose inflorescence are otherwise called indefinite inflorescence. Why it is called indefinite inflorescence? The peduncle grows indefinitely and the flowers are arranged either in acropetal succession or in centripetal manner. Could you follow me? Then racemose inflorescence are again classified into simple raceme, panicle, spike, catkin, corymb, umbel, spadix, and capitulum or head inflorescence. Racemose inflorescences are again classified into 8 sub categories, that is simple raceme, panicle, spike, catkin, corymb, umbel, spadix, capitulum or head inflorescence. Okay. What is simple raceme? This is the simplest type of inflorescence, racemose inflorescence, simple raceme. It has a main peduncle on which a number of pedicellate, that is very much important, pedicellate flowers are born in an acropetal succession. Such a type of racemose inflorescence is called a simple raceme. Example, a typical example is crotalaria. Here you can see simple as a crotalaria, the older flowers, the inflorescence axis grows indefinitely and the pedicellate flowers are arranged in an acropetal succession, older flowers seen at the base and younger ones seen at the tip. See, this type of racemose inflorescence is called simple raceme, right? And the second one is panicle. This is a branched raceme. The main peduncle gives rise to secondary and tertiary peduncles and the flowers arise on it in an acropetal succession. Right? Example, mango, teak. Here you can see mango. The inflorescence axis or the peduncle branched into 2 or 3 times, and here it is branched into twice, and the along the branches the flowers are arranged in an acropetal succession. That means older flowers seen at the base and younger ones seen at the tip. That is panicle. Branched racemose inflorescence is called panicle, right? Then third one is called spike. Here this is also a simple raceme with sessile flowers. In simple raceme it is pedicellate flowers. Then spike is simple raceme with sessile flowers. Example, achyranthus, celosia. In some cases, the main axis of the spike is branched and such inflorescence is called compound spike, as in the case of Yerba lanata. The small spikes found in grasses are called spikelets, right? Here you can see achyranthus. Here the sessile flowers. Sessile flowers arranged in a racemose manner. Older flowers seen at the base and younger ones seen at the tip. And this type of raceme is called simple raceme with the sessile flowers. That is called a spike. Could you follow me? This is celosia and this is Yerba lanata. This is compound spike, right? And the fourth one is called catkin or amendum inflorescence. Here the pendulous spike with unisexual, pendulous spike. What is spike? Simple raceme with the sessile flowers. And such a spike in pendant position, then it is called pendulous spike with unisexual flowers are called catkin or amendum. Example, acalifa, morus, artocarpus, right? This is acalifa, hispida, then artocarpus. Here they are the pendant spike, that is called catkin. pendant spike is called cactin. Yes, and then the fifth one is corymb. This is a type of inflorescence in which the older flowers having longer pedicel and shorter, younger flowers having shorter pedicel. And this type of inflorescence is called corymb inflorescence. Examples is Alpinia pulcherrima, Gynandropis. Gynandropsis, you can see this type of corymb inflorescence. Corymb is also a racemose inflorescence in which the older flowers having longer pedicel and younger flowers having shorter pedicel, so that all the flowers come to the same level. And this type of racemose inflorescence is called corymb inflorescence, right? Then spadix. Here, the racemose inflorescence in which the peduncle is thick, fleshy, and colored. Small, sessile, and unisexual flowers are sink into the depressions on the axis called spadices. Generally, female flowers are basal and male flowers are terminal in position. The whole inflorescence is covered with a leathery bract called spathe. The spadix inflorescence is a characteristic feature of monocots. Example, Colocasia, Areca, Musa, Amorphophilus, Cocos nucifera. There you can see spadix. The whole inflorescence is covered with a leathery bracts. That bracts is called spathe, right? And such inflorescences are called spadix inflorescence. And here you can see Cocos nucifera, and this colored bract is called spathe. Here it is Colocasia. Here you can see spathe, right? Then here it is, you can see Areca, and here Musa. Here a leathery bract is called spathe, right? Such a type of inflorescence, spadix inflorescence. Then Amorphophilus. Amorphophilus. Here you can see the female flowers usually at the base and the male flowers usually seen at the tip, right? And umbel. This is a racemose inflorescence in which the main peduncle is short and bears at its tip a wall of bracts. From the axil of each bract arises a pedicellate flower. They are arranged in a centripetal succession, centripetal manner. That means, centripetal means the older flower seen towards periphery and younger one seen at the tip. In the main peduncle may be simple, as in the case of onion, or the main peduncle may give rise to secondary peduncles, compound umbel, and the pedicel starts their tips in an umbellate manner, as in the case of coriander and carrot. There you can see compound umbel, right? That is umbel inflorescence. Here you can see Biophyta sensitivum. Here, see the umbel inflorescence, you can see in the case of a typical example is Biophyta sensitivum, right? Then capitulum or head inflorescence. Then this is racemose inflorescence. This is peculiar in that the main peduncle gets flattened or slightly convex structure called receptacle, and on the surface of the receptacle, numerous small sessile flowers are arranged in a centripetal succession. The individual flowers are called florets. The florets arranged along the periphery are called ray florets, usually zygomorphic and female, and those seen at the center are called disc florets, usually actinomorphic and bisexual in nature. So the flowers in florets, the flowers in capital or head inflorescence are called florets. The florets seen towards periphery are called ray florets. They are zygomorphic and usually female. And the flowers seen at the center is called disc florets, and they are actinomorphic and bisexual in nature. That is the head inflorescence or capitulum inflorescence. And here you can see sunflower is a typical example. And here the florets seen towards periphery are called ray florets. They are usually zygomorphic in nature, female in nature, and the flowers or the florets seen towards center is called disc florets or tube florets. They are actinomorphic and bisexual in nature. Right? Could you follow me? With this, we can stop racemose inflorescences here today. And in the next class, we can discuss the other inflorescences, cymose and special type of inflorescence. Thank you very much.